Hey, welcome back to Buckle Up. I'm Harry King, and this is, I guess, technically a vlog. So I have the KGM Torres EVX on test this week. I also have a gig in Shrewsbury, so I thought what I could do is test out an electric car in the real world on a long trip. So I've got this GoPro set up here. I'll do some time lapsing of driving down the motorway. Just here at the start of the trip, we have 72% battery and 192 miles of range. My plan is to head to Chester Services, charge there, and then go on to Shrewsbury, and then make my way back tomorrow. The back of the car is loaded up with all of my equipment. That's fit in nicely. You can see me loading that on a time lapse now. Exciting, but I guess there's nothing else to do but let's get to it and see how we go. I'll see you hopefully at Chester, or maybe at Manchester if the charge isn't lasting well enough. Okay, so we made it to Chester Services. I made it with about 14% battery, which isn't bad, actually. I think we consumed about 4 miles more than the range said when we set off. So the range indication is pretty solid. Did about 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, which is not particularly amazing efficiency, but it does at least seem to be honest about that. Arrived with about 44 miles of range. Charged up now to 87% on the fast charger while I nipped into the services for some refreshment, and 226 miles of range indicated. Continuing on now to Shrewsbury. I don't think I'll be able to charge in Shrewsbury at all, so then I'll probably pick this up with you tomorrow, unless I decide to record some of me playing a gig, but probably can't because of copyright, whatever. We offer hire, by the way. Send me an email. Wedding band, covers, that sort of thing. Is it sponsored if it's your own thing? Probably not, right? Probably not. But otherwise, you might see a bit of that, or I'll probably pick this up again tomorrow morning when I'm driving home, and I'll see how far I can make it back towards Darlington before I have to stop and do this again. TTFN. Morning after the night before, and I'm back in Chester Services charging again. So I've actually just stopped for breakfast quickly. I don't know if you can, McDonald's, only the finest for the boys at Buckle Up. So I've been stopped 15, 20 minutes charging. I'm already up to 75%, which is actually pretty good. It does seem that a lot of these machines here at Chester are quite finicky. I had to do 3 different ones before I started charging, and obviously the one I was on yesterday actually stopped my charge at 86% without me turning it off. So I'm gonna I think I'll sit and eat my breakfast and we'll see where we're at, and then I will head onwards, and I'll probably stop again around Wetherby or maybe Scotch Corner if we make it that far, just to have a bit of charge in the car before I get home. But I've got to say, so far, the Torres EVX has been actually a really good companion. The efficiency still isn't amazing, but it's not lying about that. It's telling me on the screen it's not rated to go millions of miles. It's like something you just have to be aware of when buying this car. It would be like buying a thirsty petrol car, one that does 30 mpg, say, or a big, I mean, it is, a big 4x4, even though it's front-wheel drive, effectively. It has that form factor, so I guess that's why. Got all my clobber in the boot, though, and there's plenty of it. It's been very comfortable. And I've got to say, the stereo is amazing. I have mostly been listening to podcasts, but I have listened to a bit of music, and it's really properly good. And that does get kind of left behind sometimes on non-premium cars. It is, though, getting very warm in here now. So I'm going to turn the car on. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to eat my breakfast. And I will catch up with you a little bit later, following on from another driving montage slash what are they called? One of these things. You'll see it now. Okay, well, you join me at yet another charging station. This time it's an InstaVolt, actually, in Darlington. This is the next day again. It's Monday now. I got back fine, actually. Didn't have to stop again. Had nearly 100 miles of range left by the time I got home. I've actually been really impressed by this car. I don't know why. I just assumed because it was so big and boxy that it couldn't possibly be efficient as it claimed to be. Not that it claims to be that efficient, but I was concerned that it would just suck battery, and actually it turns out it doesn't. It'll do the range it says. It really will do a long journey, and actually it'll charge quite fast, between 10 and 80%. So I've got to say, it's a thorough recommend if you need an electric car that can do long distances. This is one of the many that can actually do that. I'm joined by some company, by the way, just to support me while I'm charging up. Hello, Zorro. Hello. Lovely. So, thank you so much for watching this. I know people like to see cars driven, electric cars specifically, driven a long way on YouTube, and I've done it. I've reviewed this car. That's on the main channel. Please go and find that video if you want to know anything else about this other than the fact it's pretty good on a motorway. Otherwise, if you go down into the description, you find all the links to all our social medias. You'll also find 2 ways you can support the channel. So we have channel memberships on the main channel, and we also have merchandise. So please go and do one or all of those things, and we'll see you next time, won't we, Zorro? Bye-bye.